I don't know if you know this, but Mariana is a national treasure for us. So we are not surprised that she's in the movie. You are great on it. Estás fantástica.
Muchas gracias.
Fantástica, de verdad.
I'm very, very happy I was exposed to a treasure and found the treasure.
Yeah. Sometimes it's difficult, because you don't know the country, Pero qué gustazo que estés aquí y que pues no nos extraña que hayas aprovechado la oportunidad como lo haces, ¿sabes? Me parece que estás tan cómoda en la película y te quiero preguntar si en algún momento te llegó a intimidar estar trabajando bajo las órdenes de Mark Foster o con Tom Hanks en escena.
Pues antes que nada, gracias por todo lo que me dices, qué lindo, la verdad. Gracias por todo el cariño, me sentí con muchísimo cariño desde el primer momento en contacto con Mark y con Tom, y yo creo que eso fue fundamental para justamente lo que dices, para poder superar los nervios. Obviamente, pues te impone llegar, yo no sabía cómo lo iba a sobrellevar, y encontrarme con personas tan humanas, tan humildes y tan hermosas, de verdad, como Tom y con Mark, y hacer equipo con ellos, pues fue una condición para que yo pudiera como estar relajada y abrir mi corazón y estar en lo que teníamos que hacer, y muy agradecida por eso, porque no siempre se da.
Yeah. I have a theory, I don't know if you agree with me, Mariana, that a director like Mark, that always, the common link between his films, because if you see them, they're so eclectic and so different between them, but it's the human soul, you know what I mean? You can do an action film, but the core of the film is the human spirit, and talks a lot about yourself. I don't know if you agree with me. Tienes que ser una buena persona y una persona que indaga.
Sí, exactly. Yeah, and that is pursuing this question, understanding that and dimensioning the complexities and the contents of the human soul. And this was working with Mark. This was one of the things that made everything so profound and simple at the same time.
Mark,
Spanish too.
Okay.
Mark, what do you seek in an actor? What's the best actor for you? What do you need on the set of an actor?
I must say, look, you work with, let's say, Tom Hanks, who I think is one of the greatest actors of all time. And it's, when he works, it's like water circling a fountain. And the center of it is the truth. And ultimately, he constantly nourishes from that truth and trickles down. And that's the beauty to work with an actor like that. And it's like when you're working with Mariana and him together, you have two actors who constantly in the search for the truth in the moment. And that's what, for me as a director, it's constantly I'm observing. What's the magic? What's the truth?
But you see the thing, truth in the moment.
Yeah.
That's the formula. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's also,
es como infallible formula, porque es como, it can lead you anywhere, te puede llevar a cualquier lugar.
Pero es verdad, ¿sabes? Entonces, como director ya tienes opciones que elegir siempre y cuando cada una de las escenas sean verdad, ¿no? We just live a very difficult couple of years, more than that. And I saw the movie yesterday night, and it makes sense, you know what I mean? Seeing this type of stories right now.
It's interesting. We developed the movie 4 years ago, and the book was written 10 years ago.
I know that.
And now it's more prevalent than ever before.
Exactly.
Because the world has changed, and it's interesting how art changes and is perceived differently as the world changes.
But makes more sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
¿Crees que nos cambió el tiempo y la pandemia con respecto a la percepción del arte?
Totalmente, la verdad que sí. Yo creo que la pandemia nos vino a hacer como, pues sí, nos paró la vida. Teníamos un ritmo en la vida, íbamos, y de repente la pandemia paró todo lo que estábamos haciendo. Nos aisló, gracias, perdón, es que como le he estado repitiendo, no porque me estoy haciendo la de, se me está olvidando el español.
Como los que viven en Madrid ya llegan ceseando, como mi hermano Manolo ya llega ceseando exactamente de vivir en Madrid.
No, es porque le he estado repitiendo. Nos aisló, muchas de nuestras relaciones y nuestros vínculos se vieron afectados, se vieron fragmentados. Y pienso que en general se puede decir que sí, estamos más fragmentados como sociedad. Estamos como que la cuestión de la individualidad, con todas sus bondades y virtudes que tiene, también nos llevó a un lugar de aislarnos, también como por decisión propia también, y porque así está un poco el sistema. Pero entonces es importante, con lo de la pandemia, yo creo que nos dio ese doble cuestión de, pues hay que ir para adentro, porque ahí está el refugio.
Exacto.
Y hay que reconectar con los demás, porque así reconectamos con nosotros mismos.
Mark, do you think like an artist like yourself have a compromise with society to put social issues on their stories, on your stories, to tell something, that can change the world? I know it sounds pretentious.
You know, what was interesting when I started out as a filmmaker, I always said, films, entertainment, I can change the world.
Exactly.
But then I realized
exactly.
that I can't change anyone. The only person I can change is me.
Exactly.
And it's truly, if that's I can do, but ultimately I like to tell stories. They make you cry, they make you laugh, they entertain, and if it affects you and inspires you, and you have conversations, and it makes you less lonely and happy, that's all I can do.
In the pursuit of art, the finish thing, it depends so much on so many things that with the pass of time, I think the most important thing is the journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way that you make it.
Yeah.
Para ti, ¿cómo fue este viaje?
Sí. Pues, como dices, el journey, a veces uno quisiera quedarse en los lugares. You wish things wouldn't end, pero time is like that, it's implacable, ¿me entiendes? O sea, va pasando y pues tienes que seguir. Pero lo interesante y lo bello de la vida es que todos los lugares por los que vas transitando y pasando se quedan contigo.
Exacto.
Aunque se acabe, temporalmente se acabó la producción, tuvimos que decir goodbye the last day, todo es así, pero todo se queda. Toda la experiencia, the beauty of experiences, it stays with you. It belongs to you, aunque sigas y pues...
And no importa, and doesn't matter what happened with the movie at the end, you know what I mean?
It's interesting, when I was a kid, I grew up in Switzerland in the mountains, and I was hiking, I was a little boy with the school, and the mountain was up there, and I was just looking at the mountain and said, oh my God, so far to get to the top of the mountain. And then suddenly, because I just was looking at it, I fell, and I hurt my knee, and I was not looking on the path. And because I didn't see the rock, and I fell and I hurt my knee. And then suddenly I woke up and said, all I have to look at the path to get there.
Exactly.
And I was only looking at the mountain.
But you were young.
Yes.
And with the pass of time, we hope that we are looking to the path.